Hello everybody, this is Trisha Woolfrey from Ahead for Success and Your Empowered Self. And this is my series called Let's Talk Stress. And today I've got Riana Avis, who is a money coach. And she's going to talk to us today about her relationship with stress, how she manages it. And at the end, she's going to give us some tips about how to manage money stress, which most people experience at some time in their lives, whether in business or in their personal lives. So let's make a start. Hello, Riana.
Hi, Trish. Lovely to be here. Thank you.
Nice to see you. And so tell me, what drew you to the kind of work that you're doing now?
Well, I'm a business coach, actually, and working with therapists, coaches, other people, as you do. And I noticed a lot of them have issues around money. And so I felt very compelled to do something about it because at the bottom of it all, I'm a problem solver as well. So I want to look for solutions. And that's where it came from. So I developed this course called Master Your Money, where we cover all sorts of things, including mindset and how to manage your money.
And there's kind of a spiritual element to it as well, isn't it? Isn't there, to money?
Absolutely, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Maybe we'll come on to that later on when we talk about your tips around money.
Yes.
But let's start off with, what are the kind of things, Riana, that stress you out in your life, just generally?
Definitely technology.
Yeah.
Because, and even though I was in IT for a long time with technology, but you know, when you plug a printer in and it works first time because it's brand new and you think, wow, this is fantastic. And then something happens and it just doesn't work. And you need it to work now.
Yeah. And it's always now, isn't it? It breaks down at the most critical point when you've got the client meeting or whatever. It's not convenient on the Saturday where you've got time to work it out. No. It's right when you've got a deadline that you have to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I always attempt to fix it myself. And of course, sometimes you just can't. And then, and you get yourself deeper and deeper into trouble. So it's just call in for help.
Yeah, absolutely. And some help is better than others. So hopefully you've got a good help desk that you can call on in times of need. And do you have a particular stress management strategy that you use in your life that help you in moments of need?
I just need to walk away sometimes. Breathe, walk away, realize that this is not the end of the world.
No matter how it feels right now.
And tell somebody about it, because sometimes when you're so in that mindset, it's not working, I've done this and I've done that, I can't see anything else. If you can just let it out and talk to somebody about it, then they bring perspective, so that helps as well. But you know, but taking a break, go away, come back with fresh eyes. As long as I can see, there's another something that I can try, I don't feel so stressed. It's when I feel there's a block.
Yeah. And it's almost like you can't see what's in front of you when you get to that point. So the walking away is a really good tip. So I've got a little dog here who's just behind me here, and he's brilliant, because if I get to that point, which I do, and technology is my thing as well, I take him for a walk, and just even a 5-minute walk, and I come back, and it's a lot better, as long as it's within the scope of my technical ability or my troubleshooting skills. Otherwise, it's kind of waiting for a help desk to pick up. Okay.
And when I know, like when you go shopping at Christmas time, you know there's going to be lots of people and it's going to be slower than usual and all that, and many people get stressed at that point. I don't, because I know what to expect. So I guess when I expect something and what turns up is different from my expectations, that's
how dare it.
How dare it, exactly, how dare it.
So that's quite interesting. So the unexpected, and you know, with the queues at Christmas, that's something that you can anticipate, but people have an expectation nonetheless, don't they?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's talk about your tips for people around money that will help them feel much less stressed about it.
Well, the first thing to realize is your fear is not going to help you get better with money. And a lot of people avoid looking at their money because of the fear, because they, the bank statement tells a story, and they fear, they know that they're not managing their money properly. But beyond that is also that the stories that we tell ourselves about money, and a lot of those stories come from our parents, society, things that we've picked up along the way, and our own experiences. Those stories, the beliefs set in. And then the other thing, you mentioned spirituality earlier. I strongly believe the universe has our back, and I can't teach anything these days without coming from that perspective. The universe wants what's best for me, whether you call it God, the Force, Buddha, whatever. The universe wants what's best for you. But it's us who get in the universe's way because we say, rich people got rich because they're dodgy, they cheated somebody else. Well, you're never going to have respect for money if that's the way you think. So I think one of the first things to do is, what's your own money story? What do you tell yourself about money? And then that disrespects money. Because we do have to respect and appreciate our money as well. Because, if you're my friend and I don't respect you or appreciate you, you're not going to stay my friend. Why would money?
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. I heard somebody say once, it was really interesting, because I was always taught to be very careful with money because, we have quite a background around money, which I won't bore you with right now. But somebody said to me, why don't you just flirt with money? And I thought, well, that's an interesting idea. So rather than thinking, well, I really shouldn't because that, I don't need it and blah, 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 I kind of think, well, what shall I do? How should we treat ourselves today? And then go and do something that's just a bit indulgent. It was quite an interesting concept. So my thing, just so that you know, was I had two aunties that were quite different. One was incredibly rich, super rich, but very, very mean. Like, she wouldn't give everybody a present. She'd choose one person in the family and give them something very small and then won't tell anyone else, which for me was a real conflict. And she was mean-spirited, so she wasn't just mean with money, but she was very mean-spirited. And the other aunt, who had nothing, she was so warm and so kind and warm-hearted. And so at that young age, I only met them once, and I was 9. So at that young age, I said to myself, rich people are mean and poor people are kind. So to me, I've got that conflict going on, which, is not really not helpful, which is why the concept of flirt with money was kind of like, oh, well, I might give that a go. So I might take myself out for a coffee and a cake, even though I didn't need it. And, that sounds silly, but that's how deep those early programmings, that's terrible English, can go within you, isn't it?
And it's good for you that you recognize that, because we can't do anything about our money mindset unless we're aware. Awareness is choice, offers us choice.
Yes.
And again, coming back to spirituality, you can live from love, like your aunt who is open-hearted, or you can live from fear, like your aunt who is mean-spirited. And when we come from a place of fear, we feel contracted, we feel tight, we feel scared. We do things that demonstrate that we come from fear. And this is not always easy to observe within ourselves. It's much easier to observe from others. So for instance, this is with hindsight, as a mother, I told my children, you've got to work hard, you've got to go find a good job, otherwise you won't have money. That came from fear. I had their I had good intentions in mind, but it was coming from a place of fear, you
Yeah.
know. And when we tell our children, oh, you can't become an artist because artists always struggle with money,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
that mindset, we get imprinted with that, and it's very hard to shift.
Yeah. And
Very
it's
hard.
really hard to see things within yourself, isn't
Absolutely.
it? I've got
Yeah.
a little quote somewhere on my desk. I wonder if I can find it. Yes, I can. I didn't plan on using this, but it's really good. Aristotle, where are you, Aristotle? Here we go. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. And
Absolutely.
isn't that beautiful? And that kind of is
Yeah.
what you're saying, isn't it? That
Yeah.
when you know yourself, then you can start making choices. And
Absolutely.
until that point, you're just going to repeat the same mistakes over and over, which can manifest in your relationship with money. Okay.
And money is nothing. I
Yeah.
mean, people will say, well, how can you say money is nothing? But money is only what we give it, the meaning we give it.
Absolutely.
And the meaning we've given it is we absolutely need it to survive. And we do need money to survive.
Yeah.
I don't argue with that. But you know, we hang our safety on money. We say there's only so much. You know, when Google and Facebook and the taxman have taken their bit, what's left for me? Poor little me, I don't have anything. But at the end,
My dog, we've got somebody, it's my wedding anniversary. The florist has just arrived with flowers and the dog is going crazy. JJ, calm. Thank you. Okay, I'm just going to hope he leaves it on the doorstep. Isn't that lovely? I said to my husband, don't worry about flowers, and he's got me them. Anyway, carry on.
Congratulations. Yeah, so we're talking about money, you know, it's the meaning we give money, and it's the we hang our safety on it. Money will keep us safe, you know, and I've been in that place, and sometimes I still go there, where if only I had enough money, I won't have these problems.
Absolutely, yeah. So we give it so much power, don't we?
Because there are people who earn, I mean, the worst story I've heard is these people were both in education, and they had their mortgage, they had to have their their house remortgaged, but they had built up so much debt that they asked the mortgage advisor to put that in with a mortgage. So she did it the first time, and then 3 years later, when they came with the same request, she says, whoa, you're just kicking a ball down the road here. I won't be doing my job if I'm not telling you that this is not the way to handle it.
Yeah,
You know?
oh, that is
Yeah.
dangerous.
And these were people who were earning, she says they were earning pots of money. There was no reason for them to be so, you know, ask that question and be in so much debt. So if we think that rich people don't have problems with money, that is only people who earn smaller amounts, we've got it so wrong. It's not how much you earn, it's what you do with the money, you know.
And also, because people tend to spend to the capability of their income as well. Again, badly worded, apologies. But also there's another element to that, which is the idea that money makes you happy, but it doesn't. It just gives you something that you don't have to worry about, which is paying the mortgage. It does not bring happiness. So we kind of attach so much meaning to money, which isn't within the power of money. It's within us, isn't it?
It's within us. It's what it's like anything else we give meaning to. We give it power over us.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you. Were those your tips?
Yeah. I have a fabulous tip that I think you'll enjoy.
Okay.
And it's when you feel that you don't have money, it's a good idea. It's a good idea to do it anyway. Just put 50 quid or 100 quid in your purse, in cash. You can put it in a little silk pouch if you like. Keep it in your purse where you can see it if you want, but it's not for spending. It's for reminding you that you do have money.
Yeah, that's a spiritual concept, isn't it? Yeah, very, very good. So it
Yeah.
kind of soothes you that there is always something
Yeah.
there.
It
Absolutely.
soothes what we would call the ego, the fear part of you. I do have money.
Yeah.
And the other thing, of course, that you can do is every time you want to spend something is to say, do I really need this?
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
I really
That's what I
do
used to do far too much. Okay. Now, I know that you have a book that you want to recommend to us that you think would be particularly
Yes.
helpful for people.
It's the first money book I've ever read, and it was probably, I'm not going to tell you how long ago. It's this one. Can you read it?
Okay. I haven't heard of that one. Okay.
Yeah, it's so, I've had it there so long, maybe you can even see how brown.
I can see how brown it is.
It's absolutely lovely. And it's the language is quite interesting. Lo, money is plentiful for those who understand the simple rules of its acquisition. And it gives fabulous tips, start fattening thy purse, for instance, start saving.
Yeah.
Control your expenditures.
Yeah.
Make your money multiply. In other words, invest well,
Yeah.
Guard thy treasures from loss. So, don't just keep it in a cash account or under the mattress, because over time money will lose its value.
Yeah.
Put it somewhere where it can earn proper interest, and also take out proper insurance. Not too much, not too little. Proper insurance. That's what I call it. It does talk about make of thy dwelling a profitable investment. So, property over time appreciates in value. Yes, I know property prices come down, but over a period of time it increases.
But that's like the market on, if you're investing, things don't appreciate. They go up and down. And when we go in a downturn, people really panic, but you've only lost money if you have to sell your shares at that point.
Yeah.
But the media just create panic and everybody wants to sell, and then of course they have lost. It's interesting.
You have to keep that long-term view.
Absolutely.
Keep that long-term view.
Yeah.
Ensure a future income. So that would mean, make sure that you have enough income for those years when you can't work or don't want to work anymore. And then increase your ability to earn. So do courses, learn skills so that you can help other people, enrich other people.
Mm.
And if you can look at, even if you do, I want to say menial job, pardon me, not particularly well skilled, but if you can look on it as I'm helping the economy, I'm helping my boss increase his wealth.
Yeah.
I'm contributing to the wealth rather than, oh, here we go, this job again.
Yeah. But also thinking, what is that job doing for me? So, if somebody's in a job that they really hate, and a lot of people unfortunately are, how is this helping me in my life? It's helping me provide schooling for my children. It's helping me enjoy lovely holidays or a lovely meal out with my partner. So looking at what that gives you is looking at the positive side of it rather than the negative.
Absolutely. Yes.
All right.
You're so right. You're so spot on.
Thank you very much. All right, Riana, thank you very much indeed. That's been absolutely brilliant. For everybody who's watching, I will put Riana's website or course or whatever you want me to put on there on the details of the video. But in the meantime, thank you very much indeed. All right.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you. Thank you.
Take care now. Bye-bye.
Bye.